Right, welcome Philippa. Right, okay, so first we're going to work on alignment, okay? So we've gone through neutral spine in our Pilates classes, so and that's normally laid down. So in the saddle we're going to do it sitting in the saddle. So if you want to put your feet in your stirrups, thank you very much. So, and then if you put your hands on your, maybe what you can do, right, do with the triangle, and put that on the front, and then think of your pelvic area as a bowl of water. I want you to tilt forward and back, so that the water is going to slosh out from the front, it's going to slosh out from the back, and then we want to make sure it's not sloshing either side either. Yeah, that's it. So we want to make sure there's a load of water in there, and once it comes to a level balance, there's no water going anywhere. Okay? And then feel, when you feel that you've come to that, so visualisation, if you want to close your eyes, you can do. So think of it's actually a vertical pelvic bowl this time, full of water.
Feel on there.
Okay. So, yeah. So at the moment, you're not sticking your bum out now, out to the back. Feels quite straight. And then also think about your trunk is 3 boxes, stack of boxes. So you've got your pelvic box, then your rib cage box, and then your head box. So you've got 3 boxes stacked on top of each other, and you want them in perfect alignment. So you want them, so if you think of 3 boxes, how you would stack them, you don't want any shift to the side, or front, or back. So everything is a nice vertical, stacked up nice and straight. So in each box can twist as well and tilt and shift independently, so we want to get them nice and secure. Now, do you have a zip on your breeches?
Yes.
So if you look down at your zip, does it look like it's centre of your saddle?
I think so, yes.
Yeah? Okay, yeah, looks about right, that. And then can you feel both seat bones? So feel,
Yes.
but without dropping back out of your neutral spine
Yes.
position, yeah? Okay. So, and then think of your chest area. You've got a pair of headlights on your boobs, headlights. Think about when you're riding where they're pointing, and if they're dazzling or dipped, you want somewhere in the middle of that. So you don't want them dropping down as you tilt or up.
Yeah.
Then I want you to put your hands into the riding position. Keep your bend of your elbows. Feel a bit of weight actually. So you want to put your elbows by the side of your body, so you want to feel both sides and feel a bit of weight into both elbows. Okay, so basically what happens to get and maintain a consistent rein contact, you want to think about it starting from the shoulder point. So it's going to follow down into the elbow, into the wrist and then into the fingers. So we often just think about the hands holding the reins, but actually it will all come from this area. So if you keep your elbows along the side, you can always feel even distance on your waist, and then feel that weight. So there's just a bit of a weight both sides. That will keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So every checking in point is always kind of feel the sides on my waist. Okay. And then thinking about the head, so the head box. So we've done your pelvis area, got neutral spine. We're thinking about your rib cage now. We've gone about the headlights, thinking about where you're pointing. And your head is the last bit now, which is where we think about the helium balloon. So you've got your riding hat on, you've got this helium balloon attached. So you're going to breathe up through your helmet, as Carl Hester said. And you've got elf ears, and you're pointing them towards the sky.
Yeah.
And you've got a little peach under your chin. So there's a lot to think about, but you're not going to bruise the peach and you're not going to drop it, okay? And you want to make sure you're not poking your chin, which you're not. So that's nice and straight, that. Does it feel...
Yeah, it feels comfortable.
Comfortable?
Yeah, feels maintainable.
Yeah? Good. So that's
on
your...
a saddle horse, not on a real horse.
Well, this is it, isn't it? Well, as long as we start off with a good intention. So that's your alignment part. So this is ABC, what we're doing today. So we've gone through the alignment bit. So every time you ride, you need to go through these processes, and eventually it'll become habit. So it's training your brain, the motor neurons to remember what you need to do. Okay. So breath then. So the psoas which come through the hip flexors, they need to remain supple to enable the pelvis and the lumbar spine to absorb shock and the main neutral position. They also join the lumbar spine direct to the legs to avoid tension. So actually we need to breathe through these psoas which come through the hip flexors, which all sounds a bit strange, but that's how it works. And obviously breathing is important because it directly affects the horse. So you know when you're riding and you see something and you go, oh, and you panic, or you go in the dressage test and you go down centre line, you stop breathing for 4 minutes. So we want to try and encourage nice breathing. So we've done breathing in Pilates classes. So you know all about breathing into your nose, out through your mouth, nice and chilled. You always breathe out on effort. So with this one, we're going to get you breathing into the different areas through the back. So what I'm just going to do, so keep your hands in the normal position for riding. I'm going to put my hands here, okay, and I just want you to just do normal breathing. You don't want to over breathe in or breathe out. And just in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I want you to sort of fill this area with your breath. So you're drawing the breath down and then you're filling the sides of the thoracic area as well. Really, that's it, nice. So when it can be all getting a bit stressy when you're riding and it's all going a bit pear-shaped, come back to the basics of this and just get your breathing right. So that will calm the horse down, it'll calm you down. Think, right, let's start again. So that's nice breathing, that is. So now I'm going to bring it down to the lumbar area, more on the waist. So I want you to keep doing natural rhythmic breathing. I want you to draw the breath down now and out to the sides as well. So what you're doing with this breath control, you're bringing it down and eventually you're going to breathe down and into those hip flexors. So the breath is you're breathing down and into the saddle and through to the horse. So the breathing doesn't just stop with you. You're breathing into the horse. That's a really good breath. Can you feel you filling that area?
I think so.
Yeah, no, I can really feel it. Yeah, because you tried it a few weeks ago, this, and you struggled a bit more, didn't you? And then I can put my hands on the glutes, but what also you can do, you can put your hands at the front on your hip flexors here and start to try and breathe into that bit. So rather than the glutes that we've done before, try and breathe it into there.